Live, local, late breaking. This is 44 News. We begin tonight with a Storm Team 44 weather alert.
First tonight, we do begin with that Storm Team 44 weather alert as the tri-state remains under an extreme cold warning until tomorrow. Those dangerous temperatures can make the hazardous roads even more treacherous as everything has the chance to refreeze tonight. But before we check in with our 44 News crews out on those roads to give us an update on them, we'll first turn to our Storm Team 44 meteorologist Carl Parker, who's tracking the very latest in your forecast tonight.
Well, Ben, we certainly did get walloped over the weekend, getting over a foot of snow in some areas, and now the cold has settled in. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, there is an extreme cold warning that goes through tomorrow morning, but then we expect that the cold air is still going to be in place right through the rest of the week. And in fact, another really significant Arctic air mass is going to drop down late in the week towards the weekend and into Friday night. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Let's first of all show you what happened in terms of snowfall, and we got 14 inches in Winslow. Makes me think of a flatbed Ford for some reason. 13 inches in Francisco, Evansville getting up to 10.5, and 10 inches in Mount Vernon. So a very healthy snowstorm, and with all that snowpack, that makes temperatures colder. That's part of the reason why it's going to stay so cold. Extreme cold warning going into tomorrow morning. We've got wind chill values that are going to be well below zero. And there's a look at the low temperatures over the next 5 mornings. And so we are not going to climb out of this anytime soon. That cold continues right into the early part of next week at least. We'll have more on that coming up.
Thank you, Carl. Well, because of the frigid temperatures and slick road conditions, several schools have already called off for tomorrow. Here's a look at just some of those closures in Indiana. EVSC, Evansville Catholic Schools, Southwest Du Bois, North Gibson, South Gibson, North Spencer, South Spencer, Perry Central, and Warwick County. Down in Kentucky, Davis County Schools, Dawson Springs, Henderson County, Webster, Union, Muhlenberg, and Hancock counties all out of school tomorrow. But we do have a constantly updated list of those school closures, and you can find that over on our website. Well, crews continue to work around the clock to clear those roadways all across the tri-state. But with the freezing temperatures, drivers should expect black ice tonight as well as into that morning commute tomorrow. 44 News reporter Michael Dupre is live in our Storm Chaser right now taking a look at those road conditions at this hour. Michael, how is it out there?
Well, Ben, we decided to see how things were more on the west side of Evansville, so we decided to hit the Lloyd Expressway westbound. So this is what we're looking at. You're going to be hard-pressed to find any roadway that doesn't have icy conditions on it right now, because we just got way too much snow. Conditions are so cold that ice is going to be just about everywhere you try to drive. The thing is that some of the roads have been well plowed and salted, and that's going to give you a better chance of successfully trying to drive to your destination. That is the big thing. Some of the roads could be plowed a little bit better. That's the best way of putting it. Those are the side streets, the county roads, the ones that the plows have not had a chance to take care of yet. That's where the snow still has piles of it. So if you can't drive through it, that is going to cause you some problems. This is where having the right vehicle will increase your chances of being able to successfully navigate the roadways through here. So the big thing is plowed versus unplowed, and there's going to be ice no matter where you go pretty much, because it is just so cold and we have so much snow on the ground pretty much everywhere. The big thing though is those roads that are having the piles of snow on it, that's where you need a vehicle that has the elevation to get through it. So we have seen cars that have spun out. Fortunately, most of them though had somebody help them out and get them free so that they could get out of that snowy conditions. But if you don't have to be on the roadways right now, the smart thing is just to stay home, because it is not pretty outside. The plows are doing their best to try to remove the snow and to improve driving conditions, but until Mother Nature decides to warm things up, it's going to be bad out there for the foreseeable future. So if you're heading out, be very careful. be very cautious, and just remember to drive slow and be defensive when you're out there driving. Michael Dupre, 44 News.
Well, crews across the tri-state have been working tirelessly on clearing those roadways today. And joining us tonight is Indiana Department of Transportation's Gary Bryan. Gary, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope all you guys are out staying warm out there.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can. Our crews have been out since Saturday. They remain out, and it's been something.
Oh, it certainly has. And then just to show how slick conditions are this morning, the National Guard helped one of your crews out in Pike County. What are some of those other issues crews are seeing while out plowing the snow?
Yeah, so that was a situation that, honestly, our yellow truck drivers, do occasionally have issues with slide offs. And, I think that's a really good opportunity to see if it's hard enough for our experienced plow truck drivers, then you probably need to be staying home. Over the last 24 hours or so, our crews have still been on the roadway. Today, Monday, we've been seeing a lot better, warm temperatures, relatively anyways, from the sun on the roadway. That's helped the salt work a little bit better, and that's really helped clear some of our roads.
It certainly has. Now, INDOT does have a website that drivers can check out. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, that is 511in.org. It's the TrafficWise app. There you can see road conditions, cameras on our plows, cameras along the roadway. It's a really great tool, especially as we start getting more and more clear roadways. It's helpful as you start, digging out today or tomorrow and starting to hit the road. You can see what the road is like in your area.
And then lastly, is there anything else that you would like to share tonight to let viewers know about all of us dealing with this snow right now?
Yeah, just one, thank you for, working with us. Folks have been really good with us during this whole storm, and just continue to be vigilant as you do start hitting the road for the first time. Give yourself some grace, give yourself enough time. As we see roads, clearing, we will also have the potential for some black ice overnight. So just watch for slick spots, and again, give our plow drivers plenty of room.
Well, Gary, once again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you all stay safe and stay warm out there as we continue to deal with this winter storm.
Yeah, you too.
Well, as Gary just mentioned, along with the dangerously low temperatures, first responders are stressing that concern for ice on the roads. The snow that melted today is expected to refreeze on the roadways, making black ice. Now, officials say slow down, avoid cruise control, leave extra space between you and other cars, and look for some shiny patches, as black ice can appear as a glossy, shiny surface. The Indiana National Guard has been out on Indiana highways helping those stranded and drivers in need since Saturday's snowfall. The Indiana National Guard has over 100 soldiers on state active duty, currently with 12 teams of trucks running on 24-hour operations to help those drivers. From helping pull cars out of snowbanks to assisting with accidents, these soldiers are here to help in any way that they can.
So we're running routes from New Albany up I-65 to the Columbus area. We've got US 41 from Evansville all the way to Vincennes, I-69 from Evansville all the way up to Martinsville, and then we're also running the full width of I-64 from the Illinois border over to the Kentucky border.
And as 44 News was out doing rounds with them today, a call came across the radio calling for all National Guard units to cease operations, meaning they should have the whole thing wrapped up by about 7 tomorrow morning. Over in Davis County, Public Works crews have been working around the clock as well in 12-hour shifts to keep those roads as clear as possible. Officials say they will continue focusing on priority routes tonight, battling the extreme cold, all while applying salt and maintaining equipment. City leaders add that they're grateful for the crew's dedications to keeping streets and emergency access moving smoothly. Emergency shelters across Evansville remain in close communication as they respond to this winter storm. Here's a look at those warming shelters today. United Caring Services and the Evansville Rescue Mission are providing 3 hot meals a day to anyone in need. While some shelters are at or near capacity, White Flag locations are adjusting to make space whenever possible. Now, if you need shelter, head to United Caring Services, Evansville Rescue Mission, or your nearest fire station for any help. Well, if you drove in today, you know that those roads are pretty rough out there. And as you can see right there, even our 44 News crews got stuck in that snow. But how a moment of generosity helped to keep our coverage going on air. And taking a live look outside our 44 Sky Cam network as we continue to see those frigid temperatures tonight. So bundle up, stay warm however you can. Still ahead, though, we'll check back in with our crews out in the storm chaser, tracking those road conditions outside.